my channel, The Transparent Homeschool. My name is Beth. It is homeschool planning season, and I am so excited. These are some of my favorite videos to watch and to make. Today I am going to be showing you guys what my 7th grade son will be reading for the 2026-2027 homeschool year. I have done this for many years now, where I assign my children the readers that they will read in their personal time. My son has to read for 30 minutes every day. I might actually go up to 35 minutes. I'm not sure yet. But before I show you the massive amount of books that I have assigned my son, I do want to just say my son is a voracious reader. He loves to read. He will not just read some of these books, maybe even most of these books, during that 35 minutes. He will do that during the day, and then at night he will go in his bed and he will continue reading. He will read on the weekends. He will read in his free time because he loves to read good stories. And so I think I have found a great, set for him this year. I find a lot of my recommendations from the Good and the Beautiful book list. If you don't know what those are, head over to their website and check it out. It's completely free and really helpful for parents kind of navigating like fiction and nonfiction and what's appropriate for their children to be reading. I also do a lot of Christian fantasy for my son. Like I said, he will be 13 at the end of the summer, so he's getting into the age now where he can handle more advanced content, and I feel like that is reflected here. Most of these are series. Like 80% of the things that I have to show you are series. But there are a few standalone books, and then in between each series I ask him to read one of these standalone books. And then I have a few here, and then we have the Good and the Beautiful library, all of the books that I have collected over the years, and so he can read one of those as we go along. And then at the end of the year he finishes all of these books that I will show you, and then he kind of just goes through the Good and the Beautiful library toward the end of the year. So all that being said, these are the books that my son, who will be in 7th grade next year, will be reading for the 2026-2027 homeschool year. The first series that I'm going to show you is the first one that I absolutely, without a doubt, know he is going to rush to, and that is the Children of Bard series. There are 4 of them, and the reason I know that he is going to read this first is because he has read the first 2 series of these. I've made videos on these the past couple years, and he has read the first series, loved it, read the second series, loved it even more, and now he wants to finish up the last series of that saga. There are 4 of these books, and I know that these are going to be the first ones that he reads. So the first one is called Song of the Ovulum. Again, these are very long books. This one's 480 pages, so this is like 2 regular books put into one. The second one is called From the Mouth of Elijah, and again, these are all Christian fantasy writers. This one has 424 pages. The third one is called The Seventh Door. Again, he absolutely loves this writer, Brian Davis. He's read many of his books. This is 412 pages. And then the last one is Omega Dragon. And this will finish up this saga completely. And he's like really like looking forward to this, but very sad at the other end of it, because he really has enjoyed reading this. And this has 496 pages, so almost 500. So again, this like series here is almost like 6 books on their own. So that's the first series that I know that he's going to read. I had this series, the Dreamkeeper Saga, on his book list for last year. We just didn't get to it because we had a lot of other things going on. So I'm not going to really go through each one. I'm just going to show you what they look like. This is the first one. This is the second one. The third one. The fourth one. And the 5th one. So the next series is about dragons. This is called Dragon Spell. These aren't in order because they don't have... Well, I know this is the first one. I don't know about any of these. This is a 5-book series, and they don't have any numbers on them, so I don't really know the order that they go in, but I know this is first, Dragon Spell. So I'm just going to show you, and then I'm sure someone can tell me if they're in the right order or not. Dragon Quest, Dragon Fire, Dragon Knight, and the last one that I have here, Dragon Light. So I know he'll enjoy that because he likes fantasy. The next series is called the Code Bearers series. There's 3 of these right now. And this is called Hunter Brown and the Secret of the Shadow. The second one is called Hunter Brown and the Consuming Fire. And the third book is called Hunter Brown and the Eye of Ends. The next series I have is the Door Within trilogy. This is a 3 books trilogy, obviously. The cool thing that I like about this series, before I get into the titles or anything, so each book is a different color on the cover, and then inside, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the font is that color. So that is like a blue font. This is all green font. And then this one will be purple font. First of all, I just thought that was super awesome. Well done to whoever did that. Anyway, so the first one is called The Door Within. The second one is called The Rise of the Worm Lord. And the last one is The Final Storm. Again, all of these are Christian fantasy series. Every year I do a review of the books that my children have read. And so we will review these when the end of next year comes, and I'll have a lot more information for you. The next stack I'm going to talk about are the standalone books that I have assigned him. Again, he will incorporate a lot of Good and the Beautiful books as well. But this one is called Heart of a Samurai. I have Lee Strobel's Case for Faith for Kids. The next one is called True Stories of Heroes. This is from Usborne Paper Pie, I guess now. In the front, they have a table of contents, and it tells you all the heroic stories that they go over. So I think this will be interesting for him to read. The next book I have is A Storm Too Soon, A Remarkable True Survival Story in 80-Foot Seas. My son really likes action books, high action books, and so I thought this would be really great for him to read, and it even has a couple of pictures in there. Next, I have 2 books that he will actually be doing literature studies on, and that is The Adventures of Robin Hood and The Hobbit. He picked these out himself. We've already kind of dabbled a lot into Tolkien. He loves Lord of the Rings, and so we're going to go with The Hobbit this year and The Adventures in Robin Hood. He will be working on these throughout the year, so he won't just sit down and read this. Like I said, these are going to be literature studies. The last series that he will be reading is called The Wormling books. There are 5 of them. Let me see here. Oh, there are numbers. Okay. So the first book is called The Book of the King. The second book is called The Sword of the Wormling. Next is The Changeling. And then we have The Minions of Time. And the last one is The Author's Blood. So that will be the last series that he reads this year. Again, I don't really care what order he reads these. I just put them on the shelf and I say, this is your section. Work through it however you like. And so, like I said, I know that he's going to start with the Children of Bard series, and then after that, he can read them however he wants to. But I do put them up in an order that I think makes sense. It paces out the series, so he's not just reading a whole bunch of series books. I do like to put a few, maybe 1 or 2 of those standalone books in between each of the series. But he has a very heavy reading load this year, and the reason I did that, 1, he's in 7th grade and I know he can handle it, and 2, he will blow through these books because he loves reading. He loves high action fantasy stories, and I hope that these books fit all of those categories. So again, if you have a 7th grader, and you're not sure what to let him read, or you have an upcoming 7th grader, or you're watching this video like a couple of years after I make it, these are great options. Again, once he reads through them, I will have him rate them and review them in the end of the year videos that we make. And so if you are interested, watch out for those videos as well. So this is, again, all for my 7th grade son. And the next video that I will be making is about my 5th grade daughter's assigned readers that I give her. So watch out for that video, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!